things that's gonna be not
P
dependent
and not
upon.
P?
Hold on, no, doing things that's not gonna be dependent upon logical frameworks. It can be P and not P, but that's not necessarily it.
Okay, so what's the other factors? The only thing I can see is P and not P.
I can name a couple, but that doesn't entail it's gonna be all. But sure.
Okay, name a couple.
Yeah, was but P and not P, doing things is gonna be supersession of logical frameworks. Doing things
That's
that's not
P.
gonna be that is not P and not P.
The only thing that can go outside of logical frameworks is you doing something that is illogical, which is P and not P.
No,
What?
again, no, hold on. I didn't ask for a repetition. I wanted some credence for the argument you provided. But sure, sync. I said P and not P is going to be. Hold on, don't interject. P and not P is going to be a criteria to be illogical, but also superseding over logical frameworks is also going to be illogical. You stating superseding over logical frameworks is going to be a P and not P doesn't provide an argument to why it is going to be the case. It's just a repetitive.
I'm saying that superseding logical frameworks is you being able to do contradictions. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. You could do contradiction, but it's not going to be via.
And wait, superseding logical frameworks. Wait, when you say logical frameworks, are you talking about classical logic?
No, like logical frameworks is just every logical everything that's going to be dependent upon logic.
What does that even mean?
I just told you what logical frameworks mean. Everything that's dependent upon logic or everything that's bounded by logic is totality. So like nomological, ontological.
So if he supersedes every single logical framework, does that mean he's literally just meaningless?
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay, so what does that mean? What could you do if you supersede every logical?
What I mean by not necessarily, I'm saying you cannot necessarily prove that he's going to be meaningless in every possible sense because you don't have any evidence to support that to be the case. You could say he's going to be necessary because you're non-sentient, so you don't understand the meaningful things
necessary
that he does
under
provide.
the entailment of it's necessary under the entailment of the logicality. That's what I mean.
Wait, hold on. You said it's necessary under the entailment of logicality, but I told you that that's not going to entail some type of necessity. You can provide why it's going to entail some type of necessity, but just because it's saying it's going to be applicable to its logical frameworks and he's superseding over logical frameworks, therefore he's meaningless. It's not going to provide credence.
That literally does provide credence because
we're arguing. Given a repetitive argument,
I'm not even done. I'm literally not even done. So yeah, one, we're arguing whether or not if your character is logical. I am clarify what a logicality means. You're not even disagreeing to the fact that that's what a logicality means. You're just saying that it could be possibly different. If it's something else, that means your character is just not illogical. So just argue something else.
That's just your idiosyncratic interpretation of my argument. But
once again, the official definition.
Hold on, 304. It's not the definition, retard. So you're saying, hold on. You're saying the definition of illogical or to be illogical, that just means that you're meaningful in every necessary sense.
Meaningful? Nobody said that.
You said he would be meaningless.
Yeah, but you said meaningful. But it was lacking sense.
To be illogical, you'd be meaningless. Like it's just a contrary. I thought you had context clues to provide that, but guess not. But once again, I told you that you could say that it's going to be the case and that the denotation that you're providing is out of this argument, which is the normative denotation that is applicable towards our reality, but that's not going to entail the denotation is going to be applicable towards every possible world, right? I'm saying you said it's going to be necessarily the case. Necessary just entails it holds a modal term. The necessary just means that it's going to be.
Okay, so you say that the author is using a connotation. Okay, the author is using a connotation. So whatever.
I'm not saying that, retard.
But if you're saying that this is the denotation, this is how it's normally used, but you're saying that it could be possibly different or possibly used in a different way, then yes, it will be a connotation.
No. Me giving a hypothetical of possible worlds doesn't entail he's going to be using some different. Hold on. Me giving a definition or me giving an example of possible worlds doesn't entail he's going to be using the connotation of those possible worlds because it's possible that it could be used like as the contrary. I'm saying you said it's going to be.
What the fuck are you talking about? If you're saying that, hold on. If you're saying that it's possible, wait. If you're saying that in a possible,
I'm not done.
I'm not letting you talk. I'm literally not letting you talk.
Y'all want moderation?
Yes, I want moderation.
No, because he's making other points. Can I attack the first point?
I wasn't done. You just
do you want moderation?
Yeah, I want
moderation. Yes. Can I attack the first point?
No, I wasn't done with the first point.
Yes, he was. You're lying. You're finna go on a different point.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, all right. So if he goes on a different point, Barley, can you meet him?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, Smoothie.
Yeah, I'll clarify when I'm finna go on to the different point because you simply can't track that.
Shut the fuck up.
He's mad now on discord.com. But yeah, Sync, I told you that just because it was going to be a possible world that holds a different or the contrary.
You're repeating it.
Can you stop? That wasn't.
He's repeating himself. Thank you. Okay.
That low key was two different points.
You can meet him too.
Moderation.
What the fuck? You got a mock PNP on. You're weird. But But yeah, my fault. So, yeah, so the reason I wanted this nigga to get muted because I wasn't trying to go under that fucking that it was just so irrelevant. Just show me the skin, show me what the author means by logicality. Demonstrate the logicality being used with like I guess with Goku or whatever, then yeah, we can just argue over that. Not a semantical debate. I don't really give a fuck about what logicality means. It doesn't matter. You can't be there.
Nigga trying to argue that Goku.
Wait, why is that? Why is he keep talking? Somebody mute that nigga with that.
He can talk if you want. Anyways,
no,
keep
he
going.
cannot. No, he cannot. It's a dialect. So mute the nigga.
What does that mean? He can still talk.
I'm
talk right now, man.
Can you go?
Yeah, he's talking. Look at you.
Wait, so it's like
Told you he can. Told you he can.
I never said that he couldn't. I never said that he couldn't.
Yes,
Never said that he
Yes,
couldn't.
you literally
No, I
did.
can't.
You literally
No,
did.
I said this is a dialect. He said somebody mute him. This is a
said no, he
dialect.
can't. This is a dialect. You're retarded.
What? Thank you. Okay, so yeah, but we love the prevarication that like Sync
Nobody knows
provided.
what that means, bitch. Keep going.
Okay, but anyways, yeah, I told you that we can. I'm not arguing about semantics. I just told you that it's not going to be necessary in all possible. It's not going to be necessarily the
I don't
case.
care, bitch.
Hold on, I'm not done. Can you mute him?
I just said I don't care. Why are you still on this point?
I don't care if you don't care. Like I'm finna tell you why you was wrong and why you was misinformed about the point that I was arguing.
It's
so
irrelevant.
Hold on. I know that you think it's gonna be irrelevant because you're nonsense and you don't understand. But once again, Sync, I said I never argued that the said thing is gonna be the contrary or the said thing my author is gonna be using a possible contrary definition. I just corrected you by saying the said thing is not gonna be necessarily the case because you was misinformed. I said it's not gonna be necessarily the case because it's still conceivable to be the contrary. You said, okay, are you providing that the author is gonna be using a different denotation? I said, no, he's not using a different possible world or a different denotation for another possible world because I'm arguing that he's going to be using a normative definition. But I said just because the normative definition just entails something that's going to lack logic, is going to be meaningless or not meaningless, but irrational, doesn't entail we can still not make rational decisions about the set of logical character. Just because the character is going to be deemed to be illogical or irrational doesn't entail we cannot portray a proposition inside of a logical formation. It's not that hard. But sure, I can provide. Oh, the thing that he did which is illogical.
This nigga is.
Yo, sorry.
Yeah, this nigga is intellectually like dismantling you.
Yo, sorry.
I'm gonna call, man.
Charles, can you moderate?
He keeps saying
No,
that.
No, you're not letting Charles moderate. I swear to God, I agree.
Yo, Smoothie, chill. I'm not biased, bro. Like I don't know why y'all
I don't care. I agree to anybody else.
Go ahead.
I gotta go like do something real quick.
What? Yeah, I swear to God, I agree to the WND, nigga. I swear to God.
That's the
Woon, do you want to moderate?
No.
I don't even think he here, bro. He listening to the Doja Cat.
Yo, Mono, moderate. Fuck!
Yeah, Mono can moderate.
Oh, never mind.
No. If this nigga could just stop fucking yapping, we
Shut up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Yeah, get him, Mono. Get him,
Mono. What? What's up, man?
Can you moderate versus Smoothie and Sync?
No.
Oh my fucking God,
bro. I can't even let you finish the question.
Mono is so funny. Oh my God.
Fuck that nigga
booty. You finish the question, bro. You might know.
Oh my God. All right,
that's
sure.
That's not nice, Mono.
Y'all can still go. Yo, Rush, don't like interrupt, bro.
Yes, we doing no moderation.
I got you. All right, y'all can go.
Don't worry, Smoothie. You can not Smoothie. Think you can moderate this debate.
I probably agree to Sync moderating over Charles.
Well, that is actually dicky. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
bro, I'm just kidding. My Pookie Shards can moderate.
Okay, all right, but yeah, going back to getting slammed. So just show me that the author is using logicality the way you're using that, and show me that your character is actually illogical.
Did this nigga not track the whole like explanation that I give?
He did not.
Oh God, like what? This nigga retarded.
I said show.
Hold on, yes, again. Okay, hold on. I never said that he was using a different or a differentiator or a different denotation of the.
I said the way you're interpreting. I never even said that. I said the way you're interpreting the illogicality.
You said go ahead and show me the author using the illogicality the way that you're using it. So you're implying that I'm using it different from the way that you're using it, which is the normative one, retard.
Oh my God. Okay, this is so retarded. Okay, that's the presupposition. Anyways,
that was a fire defeat right there. That was a fire defeat.
You keep saying that it's the normative the way you're using it, but that's just the presupposition. Just go ahead and get the scans.
Okay, I'm gonna get the scans, retard. You gotta like chill out. Look in general chat. So it's shaping the world of void, which lacks time and space. It's filled with infinite.
Okay, I think it has time.
Why does it have time?
Because characters move.
Characters move doesn't entail it has time. That's just some spatial component. But every character inside of the dimensional axis has some type of spatial component, so it doesn't necessarily entail that the thing that they're moving in needs spatial components.
You said that you moving isn't time, it's just a spatial component?
Yeah, time is the measurement of movement, not movement.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's the measurement of movement. It doesn't matter. If you move from point A to point B, there's some time for you to measure. So, yes, time still exists within the world of void.
Yeah, I'm asking why.
I just said why, idiot.
You said, okay. What was your explanation? Remind me, I didn't hear
I
it.
said because if you move from A to B, there's still some time for you to measure. You went from there's still time. There's still time for you to measure.
Yeah, sure. I can say that you could measure that said thing, but I'm saying
Okay,
time
then
is
you
not.
lost.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Equal
Like, why?
interpretations.
It's not an equal interpretation. You just have to stop interjecting. Okay,
I think it's time.
Give me. Or Shars, my bad. Give me. All right, thank you. So yeah, I said that you could measure it as if time was inside of there, but I'm arguing that time is not inside of there, so you cannot measure as if time is inside of there. Sure, people inside of the real world can measure that time is inside of there because we are applicable towards time and we can measure it coherently because we hold time. The people inside of there doesn't hold time because it's a statement that is shown. Just because you can measure it doesn't entail it holds time. Time is just the measurement of events or the measurement of movement or spatial axes. Just because you can measure it doesn't entail time is there.
Unmuting him.
Oh, so he's retarded. Okay, so one, I don't know why you're even trying to misconstrue my argument. I'm not saying that time is there in perspective of us. Obviously, you
I didn't
fucking
say
idiot. I'm saying that time is in there in perspective of the yes, you did. You said that in the real world, yeah, sure, we can measure it, but I ain't arguing that inside the no, shut the fuck up, bitch.
That was an
Don't
implication.
straw man my argument before I smack the shit out you. Mute your mic. Can you mute him, Shars? He's talking over me. He's talking over me, Shars. Yeah, it is your dad. No, actually, I want him muted. Don't even mute yourself.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so going back to the main point, yeah, I don't even know why you're trying to misconstrue my point, make it seem like I'm just arguing that time exists within our perspective, not within the character's perspective. Obviously, I'm not arguing that. I think time actually exists within the Word of Void, and I think the statement is just false. The reason why I think time exists within the Word of Void is because the first point I made, and the second point, his ability actually stops time, and it's stated throughout all of the manga and the anime. His ability literally stops time, and we see him stop time inside the Word of Void also. And also we see like people like Grand Priest and Zeno also keeping time of like when the Word of Void or whatever this event is finna end also. So I think time also exists within there also. Boom. You lost. GG. Equal interpretation.
All right, I'm unmuting him.
You're so cute.
Yeah, so Sync, no, I never said that you gave the argument. That was an argument I gave, so it wouldn't be any more for like further confusion. But then you said the time hit stops time. If you actually read Dragon Ball, it says that hit stores up time inside of a different dimension, then provides time there. That doesn't entail time is already gonna be applicable towards the said thing.
Okay, so you lost.
Well, I'm not done. Why are you keep talking? Okay, once again.
You lost.
Okay, can he stop talking? Once again, hit stores up time inside of a different dimension, doesn't use the access time that's already there because there isn't no time. So he stored up the time inside of a different dimension and use it inside of this dimension. Just because there is a physical representation of time doesn't entail that
there's
the concept.
A dimension inside here. There's a dimension.
Sync. I mean, no shame. Okay. Yeah, so once again, I said just because there's a physical representation of time doesn't entail the concept of time or the time exists internally inside of the said thing. A physical representation doesn't entail time exists. The physical representation can have a progression inside of a different dimensional axis, not the dimensional axis that exists there, or dimensional setting that exists there. And I know you're going to interject, so it's a dimension. It's a dimension, though. If just because a dimension doesn't entail it's going to hold a spatial axis, it's not going to meet the normative definition of what a dimension is.
All right, I'm unmuting him.
I'm used, so you don't start crying.
Okay, so the dimension part doesn't really matter. Yeah, you just conceded on the point. I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying that just because he gives a physical representation from time within a different dimension doesn't mean that he maps it on within the Word of Void. But you literally just conceded on that point not too long ago. You literally just said that he brings it into a different dimension and added on to this one. So I don't know why you're hedging, but it still doesn't matter. I made other points which you didn't attack, so we could just conclude. GG's.
Well, yeah, you said my argument was saying just because he provides a physical representation inside of the World of Void that holds time doesn't entail that. Wait, what did you say after that? My bad, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you gotta check, buddy. I'm not repeating myself again. We can conclude.
Can you repeat?
Yeah, I checked everything you said. You obviously have a check.
No, you didn't.
I can't check, but I can check everything you said.
No, you actually didn't because you was misinformed. You thought I was implying.
Okay, so let's conclude.
Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm saying you was misinformed on the previous argument, not the argument
Yeah,
that you
I'll just repeat it. I'll just repeat it. Okay, be quiet. Be
Okay,
quiet.
thank you.
If you want me to repeat it, be quiet. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so what I said, well, actually, I look, you forgot what I said. Damn. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm not going to lie. Wait, what did you tell me to repeat again?
I told you to repeat your argument. I don't know your argument. That's why I told you to repeat it. But yeah, I'm saying.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So it wasn't an argument. It was just me bringing up how you just conceded, but you try to hedge. So I'm saying on the previous point, you said that he brings up this physical representation of time from a different dimension, and he adds it on to this one. But then you're saying that he gives a physical representation of time from a different dimension and doesn't add it on to this one, or that doesn't mean that he. Or wait, my fault. You said that doesn't mean that he adds it on to this one. So you
That's
just
not
didn't
what I'm
answer the
saying.
question.
That's not what I'm
But
saying.
wait. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So how are you saying that I didn't track what you didn't track the argument?
It still doesn't matter. You still
It does
didn't
matter.
track
That's the
that
argument.
point that I brought up.
Then what was your point? That was the point that you just misinformed?
He literally can't track.
Wait, was it a point that you was just misinformed on?
Can we conclude?
Wait, okay. So I'm asking you, was it the point that was you just misinformed on? Because if that was the point, yes, we can conclude. Because you didn't adequately, like that wasn't my point at all. Like I'm sorry, you just.
I don't think I'm obligated to repeat every point.
I didn't
you
say
have
you.
a lot
I didn't say you need to
Okay,
repeat.
so
I
we
just
can
said,
conclude. Okay, I remain silent. I plead the fifth. I'm going on mute. So it's either we're concluding or you go to like figure out what I say because I'm not repeating it at all.
This nigga is so bad. But yeah. So once again, my argument wasn't just saying that okay, he used a different dimensional axis that holds time and apply it into somewhere that doesn't hold time. Then he holds a dimensional axis that holds a physical representation of time. Then that physical representation of time isn't applicable to, as I said, the thing. I think he's like hyperfixated on hit right now. But I said hit holds a different dimensional axis that holds time, and he apply it into somewhere that doesn't hold time. He can hold, for example, just because a bottle of water. Wait, hold on. Just because something empty holds something that is. Can you stop doing that? Just because somebody like this nigga is annoying. Just because somebody uses time in somewhere that holds time doesn't entail the totality of the set of realm is going to be applicable by time
I
instead of
think it
multiple
does. We
times.
could conclude.
Okay, yeah, I know that you think it does, but I'm
Yeah, bring up
providing an
no
argument
statements.
to.
You could just keep
I'm
saying
trying
that.
to.
Yeah,
Okay, once again,
I'll provide an
can you
argument
stop?
too. What's the problem?
Can you stop? Just because you say you think it doesn't provide an argument to why you like it's going to be the case. I'm providing an argument to why mine is going to be more likely. You don't have to keep interjecting. But once
Doesn't
again,
matter.
see,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
it
that your
does. It
argument
does
doesn't
matter
get
for the
All
progression
right,
of the
all right,
dialogue.
wait, chill, Sing.
your argument makes so many presuppositions.
It doesn't make any presuppositions. If it does make a presupposition, I'm providing evidence to why that presupposition is going to be adequate. You're just not listening.
You didn't provide no evidence. You just said that
I said I'm
You just said that
trying
it's
to.
stated.
I said I'm trying to retard. Why you keep interjecting?
What?
Okay, once
Okay.
again.
I
Okay.
guess you could just keep.
All right,
No,
Sing, I'm gonna mute you. Let Smoothie finish whatever.
Yeah, once again, I didn't say that time on me. The two things are going to be contingent upon him, which is him adding time to somewhere that doesn't exist, and the physical representation of time existing in somewhere that doesn't hold time. I said the Grand Priest holds a clock. I didn't say clock. I didn't say clock verbatimly, but the Grand Priest holds a clock inside of the said dimension that doesn't hold any time, that shows a physical representation of time. Doesn't it tell that the dimension in totality holds some type of temporal axis? And I also said you didn't read Dragon Ball, so you don't know what his ability does. Hit ability is a dimensional axis that stores up time and uses it inside of a different dimensional axis. So therefore, time doesn't exist because time doesn't exist externally or internally inside of the dimension, and Hit is just gathering up that said time. It's stated verbatimly that he gathers up different inside of a different dimension, a temporal axis or time or whatever. So it's using it inside somewhere that doesn't hold any dimension. Any temporal axis. And also, you said if something holds a dimensional or a temporal axis inside of one thing, that would entail some type of the whole dimension would be like encompassing some type of temporal axis. Well, I'll get an analogy that you could provide an argument to why that's going to be the case. So, for example, if I have to hold, what is it? A glass of water, not a glass of water, just a glass, an empty glass, and I pour ice inside of it. Just because the ice is inside of it doesn't entail the whole glass is going to be made out of some type of ice properties. But you can give an argument to why one part of time is going to entail the whole thing is going to be encompassed by time.
You think you yeah.
This nigga is so fucking dumb. He's making it seem like I'm making necessary claims. He's making it seem like I'm saying verbatim that time actually does exist. I'm just giving you an interpretation, an alternative, Smoothie, idiot. But back to the Hitler point. Yeah, sure. I just think that Hitler doing it since he added time. No, I can just say this actually. I could say that since Grand Priest had a clock before the fight started, therefore he added time within the dimension. So I could just say that when Goku actually performed this feat, it was time existent. But maybe beforehand time didn't. That's why they make this statement. We can say that. And and I still don't think my other point. Yeah, I still don't.
Repeat
He
the last
literally
word.
can't track. He literally can't track.
No, I'm typing right now. I was typing what you said because it was very retarded.
How are you typing everything I'm saying but still can't check? That makes no sense. Okay,
Yeah, I'm typing what you're saying, so I'm multitasking until you're like retarded arguments.
Wait, so you're typing what I'm saying and you're not reading what you're typing? So what? Okay, it doesn't matter.
No,
But
retard. This nigga retarded.
okay, but going
Yo,
back.
this nigga is not sentient.
Wait, pipe down, because you asked me to repeat, and I'm not obligated to do it, but I'm gonna still do it. So I was saying that I can just say that the reason why they made this statement because beforehand, before these characters fight, it actually was a time. But since Grand Peace or Hit, whoever you want to say, at a time when Goku performed his feat, time actually existed. When these characters went inside of the World of Void, time already existed. I could just make that argument also.
Is that your whole argument?
Yeah, and with the hit shit, yeah, I think the hit shit, you're just literally bringing up your beliefs. You're saying that, oh yeah, this is how hit ability works. Obviously, we're having disagreements with that.
No,
I think the way
no,
hit ability works, I think the hit gets the physical representation of time and actually adds it on. And when he adds it on, time exists throughout the whole entire round. That's the way I'm interpreting it.
you
So
can
even,
bring up evidence for that, but
and I'm not
no,
making. No, I don't have to. I don't have to.
you making a claim though.
Yeah, sure. The
Yeah,
claim
so
could
bring
be
up the evidence.
just like yours. Like
So bring
what?
up the evidence. But
No, I
also,
don't have
you
to.
also, uh, so like Hitch's razor. But yeah, but you also
Yeah,
said
hit razor yours too.
no, it's not. Like mine was put into question. You made a different when mine was when I stated my claim, you went on, then you made a different alternative claim. I just didn't.
Can we conclude, Sharks? Can you like moderate, bro?
No,
Like,
I'm
can we
not.
just like?
No. What do you mean, moderator? You're talking on my turn.
It doesn't matter. Even if you're typing
Okay,
small, I still think
can
you
you
lost.
mute that? Can you mute that?
Okay, fine, whatever.
All right, thank you. But yeah, I'm saying that hit ability works as if when he stores up time inside of a different dimension, he applies time inside of a dimension that doesn't hold any axis of time. Doesn't entail in totality that it's going to be a type of dimension that holds the totality of time. Just one spot holds time doesn't entail the totality is going to hold time. I gave an analogy by just stating if it was an empty cup and I pour ice inside of the cup, that doesn't entail that the whole cup is going to be encompassed of ice or the same properties of ice. That's just he just didn't attack that. Then he also said what Goku is doing is that hit that said thing is going to be bounded by I mean when Goku is shaking the world of void that doesn't hold any time, that's just it holds time because it hits abilities or Grand Priest abilities. Then I told him to provide evidence to why hit ability is going to encompass the whole totality of time. He said no. He said he doesn't have to, so I brought it up into Hitch's razor. And he also said the physical representation of time. I keep telling him the physical representation does not entail that it's going to be some type of that the physical representation of time doesn't entail time is going to exist inside of the realm. A physical representation like a clock. If I put a clock inside a place that doesn't hold any time, just because that clock is a physical representation of time.
That's not what I mean by physical representation.
Hold on. No, yeah, but I didn't say that's what you mean. That's what I gave, retard. That's the argument that I gave. You didn't even bring up physical representation of time. I did. You wasn't smart enough. But once again, I'm saying just because I bring a clock inside of a place that doesn't hold any temporal sequence or whatever, doesn't entail that the clock or the whole totality of the realm is going to hold temporal sequence because the physical representation of the clock is there. But
do I even have to give conclusions?
We can conclude then if that's all you was doing.
Yeah, do you want Sharks to judge?
Sharks can judge if he's not biased, I guess.
I was not listening.
Yeah, or we just ain't recording and you could just, I guess, listen to it.
Okay.
I was listening.
I still say